Hey everybody, thanks for all the questions we've been getting, and we want to start answering them with little video clips here and there. Our question today comes from Steven from Arlington, Texas, and he wanted to talk a little bit about feathering, and he just asked if we could be very, very clear on what we mean by feathering so that he understands. And I think for me, feathering a light source, whether it's an umbrella or a softbox, even a small reflector head, is nothing more than the simple act of moving that light from its position, leaving it in its position, but swiveling that light source either right or left to go a little bit past our subject to light up a background area, or maybe in front of our subject to perhaps light a second subject, or maybe even further light a reflector, something like that. It's basically the element of, I think, getting the most use out of a light source. And so by swiveling and feathering that light left and right, we have ability to make a little bit added an extra control. Now, one of the things that I used to also do a lot, I used to live in San Diego, California, and I used to shoot a ton of work on the beach with families, and I would always take a medium or a large softbox with me late in the evenings to light up my families. And instead of having my softbox in its regular position, which would be, 45 to the right and maybe 45 up high, that light in that position is going to light my sand in front of my subjects. No matter what I do, it's going to light the sand. I learned to feather that light by just tipping it backwards and back and back and back and back until pretty soon it's almost at a 45 going the opposite direction. What's happening there is I'm able to get the benefit of the edge of the softbox to gobo or protect or go between and knock that light off the sand. Now this looked kind of goofy if you were walking down the beach and saw me shooting this way, but it's saving me hours and hours in post-production, and trying to retouch sand is not easy when you're trying to even out and smooth out sand in terms of densities. So I would just feather that light back and back and back, and I'm still getting plenty of good quality light on my subjects' faces and on my subjects' clothing, their bodies, but I'm just knocking that light off and I'm goboing, almost putting up a lighting vignette, if you will, on the bottom of my light source by vignetting the box itself off of my subjects. So it's a small tip, but it's one that really is kind of important. And I usually will utilize a feathering technique somewhere in almost every shoot that I do. Folks, we appreciate you joining us. We appreciate you tuning in. Be sure and check out our blog regularly at TeamBowens.com, and check in here at YouTube at Bowens TV for postings of all of our questions, our video questions, our webinars, and we'll also post any new videos that we create that are educational in nature. So we hope you enjoy them. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we appreciate the support.